last night was a lot more fun than the past couple of weeks have been. Pels start 4-1. They lose 5 straight, and they snapped that skid last night emphatically against Dallas. Let me just ask a point blank. So, I mean, they lost to Dallas 2 nights ago, and then they come back or 2 nights prior, and they come back and beat the Mavericks at home. So, what was different?
In keeping with the Christmas theme, Matt, 'twas a lot of fun last night. Yes.
Yes.
You know, it's pretty simple, actually. They just came out and played really, really hard and with a lot of energy. And I know it sounds very basic, but they did to Dallas what Dallas did to them 2 nights before. And, you could see the quotes from both teams after each game, and they're basically the same. And Dallas said exactly the same things yesterday that the Pelicans did 2 nights ago. They just came out and played their tails off, especially on the defensive end. If you want to put it in a real perspective, the Mavericks had 6 turnovers as a team on Sunday night. The Pelicans turned Luka Doncic over 6 times in the first quarter yesterday. It was just a fantastic defensive performance. It was led by Herb Jones. Everybody, followed suit. And, we were talking about it last night during the broadcast. Yeah, you're going through that losing streak and you lose 5 in a row, and a lot of it had to do with the defensive woes. Well, the best defensive player on your team was out for 3 of those 5 games. And you saw the impact that Herb had yesterday, so much so that Luka Doncic himself basically threw flowers on Herb Jones, saying how much he admired him and how much energy that he brought, and he was the real difference from the game last night than on Sunday. It was a great performance by Herb, but he had a lot of help. 17 steals as a team. That is second for the most steals in a game by any team in the NBA this year. So defense really led the offense. 30 points off turnovers, forcing 20 turnovers, a lot of easy buckets, 46 fast break points last night, Matt. That's basically a franchise record. I mean, it's right on the cusp of a franchise record. So it was a fun night to be in the SKC.
Graff is with us. The court is really ugly.
Matt, that's low-hanging fruit, man. I kind of like it. I don't know.
No, Graff. Come on, man. No. What are we doing?
I hear these takes all day long. The court.
What are we doing?
I'm going to tell you this. It looks a lot better in person than it does on television.
Graff.
Can you give me that?
No.
Okay.
It looks like a 90s cartoon villain. That's what the Pelican looks like. You know what I mean? Like I'm watching He-Man. Let's say like the evil Skeletor or something. What are we doing with this?
It's the skeleton, Matt. It's the skeleton.
I get it. But what are we doing? Why? Why does it have to be this thing?
It's a skeleton, man. I love it. The merch is flying off the shelves.
You know what? The fact that you love the skeleton kind of makes me love the skeleton. Is this what influencers do?
I am a tremendous influence, Matt. I love this.
You're like Jake Paul or Charlie D'Amelio. You're just a great influencer, Graff. That's what you are. You've got in 10 seconds. You've got me to like the skeleton. The skeleton. I'm kidding, Graff. This is awful. That needs to be done.
Come on.
No, it's awful. Can you please explain the play-in tournament to me?
All right. Let me give you.
I know we're 1-1 in Pool B. That's what I know.
Okay. We're in the Western Conference, as you well know, Group B. All right. There are 5 teams in our bracket. You're going to play 4 games against the other 4 teams. We've already played 2. Houston last Friday, that was a loss, 104-101. Last night, you saw what happened against the Mavericks. We're going to play another in-season tournament game this Friday in the Smoothie King Center against the Denver Nuggets, defending national champion, the defending NBA champion. You've been talking too much college football. And then on Black Friday, we'll be in Los Angeles to take on the struggling Clippers. So here's the deal: we're 1-1 right now. Houston is 1-0. They have not played another in-season tournament game. The gist of it is the winner of the bracket moves on to the knockout round. And then if you get the tie breaks, and this is very important, what happened last night, point differential is a tiebreak when it goes behind. First of all, it's head-to-head. Then it's point differential. The Pelicans winning by 21 points last night is huge because now they have the largest point differential in the group at plus 18. Awesome. And, even though we lost against Houston, it was a very close loss. It wasn't a blowout. So what we really need right now is this. You need Houston to lose 2 games because they've got the head-to-head on the Pelicans. If that happens, the Pels control their own destiny in Group B.
Wow.
If you can beat Denver and beat LA, you'll be 3-1, and you should win the group.
Wow.
So, and then you move on to the knockout round, which is a 1 game per. They'll match that up against another bracket, and then if you win that game, you move on to Vegas in the semifinals and the finals. So, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. But winning last night was large. I mean, Dallas is 0-2, so they're pretty much out of it, and Denver is 2-0. But we play Denver on Friday, which gives you a head-to-head if you beat them.
Hashtag blessed.
It's actually pretty simple.
Hashtag blessed, Graf. We control our own destiny for the in-season tournament.
Yes,
the fake made-up thing that nobody really cares about with the Skeletor.
I get it. I'm trying to, I'm trying to figure out a way to tell my wife I'm going to Vegas, in the middle of December for a weekend.
Do you need a remote tech?
I hope we'll see if we cross that bridge, but yeah. Hey, somebody's got to do it, I guess.
I can run cable with the best of them, Graf. If you need a tech.
Associate producer?
I can. I mean, you need someone to set up that Comrex, brother, I got you.
I need a spotter, too.
Here, I'm in.
You want a stat guy?
I'm in. I got Eagle Vision, thanks to Dr. Blake Williamson. I'm there.
Yes,
all right, Graf's here with us for a couple more minutes. Radio Voice of the Pels on Twitter at NTGraf. Y'all give him a follow. Jordan Hawkins, does he have like a forever green light? I mean, I kind of dig it. I mean, it's just like open season, bombs away, yeah?
The answer is yes. Very simple. And he's had the open green light since day one of training camp. This is what he is here to do. He is here to bomb away, and there's been no hesitation from day one. Willie Green has stressed it to him. He has stressed it to the media. As Willie Green said, he is supposed to shoot. He is a very good shooter. It's been fun to watch, Matt, because if you watched him in the summer league, he really struggled, and he just couldn't find it. And what's really encouraging was he never got down about it. And then he came in training camp and started shooting, and you're like, wow, something really clicked between summer league and what we've seen in camp. And even though he's had a difficult game here and there, he's never stopped. And now you're seeing it and why he was drafted where he was to this team, because he is going to add a dimension that we just, quite frankly, haven't had in the last couple of years. When you throw Trey Murphy back into the mix, who's coming back hopefully relatively soon, and of course Matt Ryan, who has really come on. Matt Ryan's shooting 44% from 3 now.
So weird.
I know, it's crazy. Jordan Hawkins is around 40% now, and he's got more threes in the first 10 games in the history of any rookie in the NBA. So he not only is he shooting it with percentage, he is shooting it with volume. He made 5 more threes last night. And then, you just kind of see the vision when everybody's back on the court, and getting Najee Marshall back a couple of games ago helps when you're talking about defensively, and Najee scored 15, Herb coming back. And then if you get Jose Alvarado back and Trey Murphy back, then you're talking about what you kind of envisioned before. And remember, we're still going to be without C.J. McCollum for, the foreseeable future. So you see the potential. But I think Hawkins has really even exceeded these early expectations of him. And just to listen to him talk, I mean, he just nonchalant. I mean, hey, this is what I'm here to do. And he's doing it. I mean, he's got a 30-point game and a 25-point game in his first 10 games of his NBA career. So that's pretty solid.
Graf, I hear you on the potential and if you stay healthy when you get everybody, but that's been the narrative for 3 years. I mean, look, I just got to see it, man. I'm just beaten down, Okay.
No, Matt, I get to see it every night.
I know, man. God bless you.
I mean, look, that's going to be the narrative until it's not the narrative. I mean, I don't think anybody who has followed this team or even has been a part of this team inside the building would disagree with what you said. It's just got to happen. It was just good to see a night like last night because that is, the vision. That if the Pels can play like that each and every night, yeah, you're not going to win them all, but you're going to give yourself a chance every night. And you just put it on Dallas, who has really been a thorn in the last few years, especially Luka Doncic. Matt, the guy's played 19 games against us, and he's basically averaging a triple-double. He's at 30 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 8.5 assists every single night that he takes the floor against the Pelicans. He scored 16 points last night and had 5 assists. He wasn't even close. He was actually closer to a double-double with turnovers than he was with rebounds or assists. He had 8 turnovers last night. So just to do a number on him, that was pretty sweet.
All right, we're going long here, but obligatory Zion question. Do with it what you will.
I just think he's still getting into the rhythm. He's not playing his best basketball, and he admitted that last night. He's just struggling, and I just think it's just being off the court for a long time. He's going to get there, but he's not shooting the ball the way that he normally does. He's a 60% field goal shooter in his career. He's about 50% right now. He's missing a lot of shots that he normally makes. We saw last night, Matt, he had a breakaway dunk and he lost it out of bounds. He didn't even get the shot up. So those types of things are happening to him this year. And here's the other thing that he really needs to work on is his free throw shooting. He was 72% a year ago, which is pretty good for him because he gets to the line a lot. He's gotten to the line more times than anybody on this team, and it's not even close. But he's shooting 62%. He is leaving a ton of points out there. So I just again think he's still getting into it. He had a lot of time away from basketball last year. He wasn't playing live basketball, so he'll get it together. It's just been a little bit of a struggle for him early, but when he gets it together, we all know how good of a player he can be.
Merry Christmas, Graff.
Merry Christmas.
That is Todd Graffagnini.